Take a neuron from your brain. Look at it under a microscope. Now zoom out, 13.8 billion light-years out, to the largest map of the universe ever made. They are the same shape, not similar, not vaguely reminiscent. Scientists who have placed them side by side, the cosmic web of dark matter filaments and galaxies on one side, a single human neuron on the other, have measured them. The clustering, the node density, the way connections branch and intersect. The numbers are statistically indistinguishable. We do not know why, and what that similarity might mean for the nature of reality is the most unsettling question in modern science. The observable universe spans roughly 93 billion light-years. Within it, matter is not scattered randomly. It is arranged into something astronomers call the cosmic web, a vast architecture of thin filaments and dense nodes separated by enormous empty voids. Galaxies cluster along the filaments. Galaxy clusters form at the intersections, and between them, nothing. Absolute, featureless void. The filaments connecting those galaxy clusters span distances so vast that light, traveling at 300,000 kilometers per second, takes millions of years to cross them. The axon connecting two neurons in your brain is about a millimeter long. The structure is identical. When neuroscientists map the human brain at scale, they find the same thing. Neurons are the nodes, axons are the filaments, and between them, mostly silence. The resemblance was first noticed informally, dismissed as coincidence. Then, in 2020, a physicist and a neuroscientist published a formal study comparing them using the same mathematical tools used to analyze both. Their conclusion was careful, precise, and deeply unsettling. The cosmic web and the neural network of the human brain are, by every metric they tested, structurally equivalent. Start with the numbers, because the numbers are where it begins to feel wrong. The human brain contains approximately 86 billion neurons. The observable universe contains an estimated 100 billion galaxies. The difference is less than a factor of 2. That alone is not meaningful. Coincidences of scale happen. But the structure is where the comparison becomes difficult to explain. In the brain, roughly 77% of all matter is water and lipids, inert, structural, passive. Neurons and their connections make up only a small fraction of the total mass. In the observable universe, roughly 72% of all energy is dark energy, structurally inert, acting only as background pressure. Ordinary matter and dark matter make up only a small fraction of the total. The active connected fraction is almost identical in both systems, approximately 25 to 28%. When the 2020 study, by Alberto Filletti and Franco Vazza, calculated the power spectral density of both networks at their respective scales, the curves were nearly superimposed. The same mathematical fingerprint, the same ratio of clustering to void. The distribution of fluctuations within the two networks, Vazza noted, was very similar. There is no known reason for this. But the numbers are only the beginning. What the two systems do with their silence is where the comparison becomes genuinely alarming. The voids in both systems are not empty by accident. They are empty by force. In the brain, glial cells actively suppress synaptic activity in regions that are not being used. The silence is maintained. Unused connections are pruned. The empty regions between neurons are not gaps. They are architecture. In the universe, cosmic voids are not simply places where matter never gathered. Observations show that matter is being actively evacuated from them. The expansion of the universe, driven by dark energy, pushes matter outward from void centers toward the filaments. The voids grow emptier over time, not by default but by a process that resembles optimization. Both systems appear to use their silence deliberately. Filletti has described the cosmic voids as behaving, mathematically, like the quiet zones between active neural clusters, regions that enhance signal contrast by maintaining their own emptiness. The brain doesn't just build connections, it builds the absence between them. So, apparently, does the universe. We do not know if this is meaningful, but the fact that it requires an explanation at all is by itself alarming. And it raises the next question, the one our current science has no answer for. If both systems are structured the same way, and both manage their silence the same way, what are they doing with the connections that remain? This is where there is no answer, not a provisional one, not a "we're working on it," a genuine acknowledged absence. Both the brain and the cosmic web transmit information along their filaments. In the brain, this is obvious. Neurons fire electrochemical signals across synaptic gaps. Information travels, patterns emerge, consciousness arises. In the cosmic web, filaments made of dark matter and gas carry matter and radiation between galaxy clusters. Light travels along them. Cosmic ray particles flow through them. There is transmission. What we cannot determine is whether the cosmic web encodes anything, whether the patterns of transmission in the cosmic filaments are random noise or structured signal. We have no way of asking the question because we have no theory of what cosmic information, if it existed, would look like. In 1950, we had no way of asking whether the patterns of electrical activity in the brain encoded anything either. We simply didn't have the framework yet. We still don't, for the universe. And this is not something at the edge of knowledge. It is something our current models actively exclude from consideration because we have no language for it. What would it mean if the universe were not just shaped like a thinking system, but behaving like one? Nature has done this before. The human eye and the octopus eye are structurally near identical. Same lens, same retina, same basic optical logic. They evolved separately, on completely different branches of life, separated by hundreds of millions of years, with no shared ancestor capable of sight. No communication, no blueprint passed between them. Just the same answer, arrived at twice. This is called convergent evolution, and it happens because some solutions are not just good, they are optimal. When two completely independent systems face the same underlying constraints, they find the same architecture. Not by chance, by necessity. Now consider what that means here. The universe may have done the same thing. Not across 500 million years of evolution. Across 27 orders of magnitude of physical scale. A synapse and a galaxy cluster share no common ancestor. They are not made of the same material. They do not obey the same local laws. And yet they keep arriving at the same structure. Nature converges when a solution is optimal. The universe converges when a solution is optimal. We don't know what either of them is optimizing for. We only know that whatever it is, both of them found it, and that they found the same answer. There is a version of this that remains comfortable. The comfortable version says, this is numerology. Humans are pattern-seeking creatures. We find faces in clouds and meaning in coincidence. The resemblance is superficial, the measurement selective, and the universe is under no obligation to care about looking like our neurons. This is a defensible position. Many physicists hold it. But there is another version. In physics, when two systems obey the same equations, it means something. It means they are governed by the same underlying rules, regardless of their size, their composition, their history. The same equations that describe water waves describe light waves, not because water and light are the same thing, but because the mathematics of wave propagation is universal. If the cosmic web and the neural network are genuinely governed by the same structural equations, which the 2020 study suggests but does not prove, it would mean that something about the universe selects for this particular architecture at every scale where complex systems form. It would mean the pattern is not a coincidence. It would mean we are looking at a law we do not yet have a name for. And it would mean that the universe, when it grows complex enough, tends towards something that looks, from the outside, exactly like thought. The universe has spent 13.8 billion years building something. It built filaments connecting hundreds of billions of galaxies across distances no human mind can hold. It carved out voids and maintained them, not passively, but by force. It transmitted signals along those filaments in patterns we cannot yet read. And whatever it built, it fits, without alteration, without approximation, inside the shape of a single human thought. We do not know if this is coincidence, convergence, or something stranger than either word implies. But the numbers do not care what we call them. For me, this is the most unsettling comparison in all of science, not because it suggests the universe is alive, but because it suggests we may not have the right questions yet. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.